beneath the water, never felt quite this great. Ecstasy, nirvana, is this the afterlife? No sounds surround us. No sounds divide us. No sound.
So unfortunately, your progress in the gym isn't always going to be this completely linear line where you're making these constant improvements all the time. Eventually your progress is going to slow down, and for a lot of people they're going to hit these plateaus. But before you freak out and you talk about how much plateaus suck, I think it's important to understand that they're natural. Everyone goes through them, and there are ways to fix it. So regardless of your training style, plateaus usually come in the form of not being able to do as much weight, not being able to do as much reps, or simply not having enough muscular endurance, so on and so forth. And usually plateaus stem from a couple primary causes. The first being fatigue, so not getting enough sleep at night, not getting enough recovery time between your workouts, and that also comes with the amount of effort that you're putting into your workouts. This goes back to the term of progressive overload, where you are gradually increasing the stimulus to your workouts. So if you're not putting in enough effort to achieve progressive overload, how can you expect yourself to progress? And lastly, it could be overtraining, not giving your central nervous system enough time to build itself back up between workouts. So regardless of those causes, there are several steps that you can take to fix it. So first and foremost, what you can do is try and play around with your weight, set, and rep relationship. And it's important to understand that people who are training at higher intensities, meaning higher percentages of their 1 rep max, are gonna experience higher progression in the amount of weight that they can do, as opposed to people who are doing lower intensities with higher reps. So what I mean by that is, say for example, you are experiencing a plateau on bench press, and you commonly do 150 pounds for 5 sets of 5. I would say try and vary it by doing 150 pounds for 6 sets of 5, or maybe 160 pounds for 3 sets of 5. Play around with those, and if you still are experiencing a plateau, you can try other techniques to help build yourself back up. Next, I'd recommend varying the exercises that you're doing. So if we stick with our example of bench press, try and do other movements that will complement it. So for example, working on your shoulders or your triceps, or simply just other chest movements like the fly or hammer strength press will help complement the exercise that you're plateauing on, even if you're just doing a little bit each day. Next, I would highly recommend looking at your form. Ask yourself, what can I be doing better on this exercise? Am I getting the most out of it? And how can I improve? I was stuck on a squat plateau a while back, and I figured out that on the descent, I was leaning forward too much. With that, I was able to go back to my squat, implement that change, and within 2 or 3 weeks, I'd increased my squat max by 20 pounds. So make small changes, implement them, and then see what happens. Lastly, I would recommend trying out different training styles. If you usually don't do pause reps, do pause reps. If you don't typically focus on the eccentric part of the lift, try focusing on that part of the lift. Doing things that you don't normally do will help you improve in ways that you probably won't anticipate, and I promise it will surprise you. Anyway, that is gonna do it for the video, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and if you're experiencing a plateau, please don't hesitate to email me. My contact info is below. But I want to thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.